Okay, so a little bit of bad news. This amplifier up here blew while I was setting the gains on this amplifier. I took this one out just to check something, and I'll let y'all know what that is. But this one is the filtering capacitors over here. They're basically right under my fingers, and then I think the transformer that's right here might have bubbled a little bit too, but that's pretty much what failed. Why it failed, I have no clue. There's no load on it. The gain was all the way down. This one is what I was setting the gains on, and this one I set the gains on it fine, and it left it in the truck for a couple days while I pulled this one out and played this one at 1 ohm, and it sounded pretty comparable to the HD 8Ks I had. So I think this one's doing just fine. But came and found out whether it's why it failed or not doesn't really matter, but it's kind of, in hindsight, it's kind of good. So now I'll have two identical amps. The two filtering capacitors that failed now are they're the two like black cylindrical ones. Now it's a single red one that goes right here, and then there's a pair of resistors basically right here and a pair of resistors right here on both amps. But this one, they're 2200 ohm 5 watt, and on this amp they're 22 ohm 5 watt. So these are 2200 and this is 22. So I don't know if that makes a difference to why it failed, but it's nice to know that when I get it repaired, it'll also be essentially updated to the current way they have the components set up, which is with the different filtering capacitor in those two sets of two pairs of resistors. So the cool thing that also kind of comes out of this, it sucked for me because I got to wait to get that repaired now, but I was allowed to take the bottom off to send them pictures to kind of help them get an eyeball on what was going on with it, and then get sort of a parts list together to where they could get it to the repair guy in the US, who I'm going to send it to up in New York. So I actually got to take a little bit of video and some pictures of the guts, which were pretty hard to come by on Taramps because nobody ever opens them up. So y'all get to see that right after this clip, which is cool. So I'll put those pictures, or some of the pictures, and a little bit of the video I took. So like I said, sucks, but just it takes a little extra time, but eventually we'll see what these things can really do.